Hello, back to The Addicted Bookworm. I am Hermione, The Addicted Bookworm. On this channel, we do book reviews, book hauls, and I also cover things like ebooks, audiobooks, and so much more. And I'm figuring my new opening tagline right now. Alright, so as most people know, I have the new Kindle Colorsoft, which is right now a really bright screen. I am going to do what another booktuber did, and that was every day for the first week I'm going to do a little video where I tell you about how my journey with the Colorsoft is going and everything. So, with that being said, today is still Thursday. I did buy the Kindle Colorsoft. I will add though that with this pen, I have not yet been able to use it. I have not been able to use it. And I believe this is for you to write your notes. Your notes. And so I have yet to actually be able to use this. So what I have been able to use though is this one right here. This is an actual stylus. This is basically, you can press it on your book and it will open up. So, yeah. So I am currently reading the Big Book of Modern Fantasy, which I'm going to also include in these videos as well. So like beyond the 7 days, so from today up until next Thursday, I will be doing that, but then I'm also going to be covering this one. I'm going to also say I like it. I'm not getting fingerprints, like, from the oil of your fingers. So I love that. I love that. That I did not know was going to happen. Now, the color's metallic black, so I'm guessing because all your Colorsofts are signature editions, that I'm not going to have fingerprints on here. So I actually finished the first modern fantasy book. This is actually written by let's see here. Just find it. Marcy Richardson was born in 1907 and died in 1978. And he did there's a one called 10 Rounds with Grandfather Clock. Okay, so let's talk about that one. Alright, so I got this from the library because I am a big, huge fantasy lover. I love fantasy. And it actually took me, I think 3 days to actually finally, make this available for me to actually read. And I thought the story was interesting. I thought that the idea that this guy is, battling, fighting this clock is bizarre. It's bizarre. And just like all fantasy books, I cannot pronounce the dang freaking name to save my life. I do not know what the freaking heck. I don't know. I do not know. The whole story was weird, and I was like, what the heck? Yeah. But I'm not saying it was a bad story. I'm not saying it was a bad story at all. I did enjoy it a lot. So, the next person I'm going to be reading is Paul Bowler from 1910 to 1999. So I'm actually going to be reading four stories today, and I will actually go and put them together in a single video. So, anyways, so yeah, another thing. Not talking about the story. So I have been looking for that yellow line that people have been talking about, but I have not altered the brightness or the softness or anything like that, because it's supposed to have auto adjusting, so I don't have to do that. So, as I said, I've read my first fantasy short story in this book. My eyes have not needed to have the black, like the dark mode. It's actually really comfortable for my eyes right now. And yeah, so I'm not having any kind of issue with it. Once again, no yellow line. I don't know if it means that I've been lucky and got the one that didn't have it. I don't know. But I'm really eager to continue to read this book and everything. So once again, so I will be back. I will, once I'm done with this one, I will come back and do another one. So you're going to get, so it's going to be 4 sections in this video, and it's all about the book that I'm currently reading. Okay, so I have finished the second one. This is from Paul Bowles, 1910 to 1999. Was born in New York. And he did his story that's featured in it was The Circular Valley, which I thought was interesting. And it's basically about these, I don't know what you would call them. I don't know if they're aliens or they're just a presence. I don't really know exactly what they are. But they have been around, and they inhabit the body of insects, animals. They can go into people and everything, and it's kind of an interesting story about them and their abilities. And they go into the body of, or one of them goes in the body of this man, and then then it goes into the body of a woman who is, I'm going to guess, not in a really good relationship. I think that's the case in this one. So it's just an interesting story about, basically about time and about beings that are far more complex and greater than ourselves. So I absolutely did enjoy this story. I thought this story was extremely well written. I understand why he won the award, like why he was able to be a bestseller and all that. How it's able to enable you to envision it is really interesting. Alright, so the next one is with Vladimir Nabokov, 1899 to 1977. Yeah. So it says here. So the third one is was a Russian-born writer whose family was forced to flee St. Petersburg after the Russian Revolution. So that's interesting. So let's see about his story and see if I like it. Okay, so I have finished the third one. I believe it's the third one. Yeah, it's the third one. Yeah, so it's called Signs and Symbols. So this is an interesting one. I really think it's interesting because it starts off with, like, they're trying to figure out, like, what they're going to get someone for their birthday. And it just becomes this really weird story about people and about the things that the person in the story sees. And it's like weird. I'm gonna keep on saying weird. His writing style is very different than other authors' writing styles. And I like reading different authors and how they tell a story compared to like your romantasy authors and all that type of stuff. Um, you also get the sense of like the richness of the community that this person lives in, and some of the types of people that they have been around. And at the very end of it, this telephone rings, and he's like, yeah, you know, you got the wrong number, and then, you know, he drinks this tea, and then the telephone rings again at the end of it, and it's like, interesting. Okay, I can get behind that. I can get behind that. All right, so got one more story to read for tonight, and then tomorrow I don't have to be work till 6, so I'm actually going to be doing some laundry. So while I am waiting for my laundry to dry, I will read the 5th all the way through to the 11th story, and then I will do a video and all that. And also, so I'm gonna actually do 2 videos tomorrow. I'm gonna do the one where I decorate my Kindle, and also the stories. Okay, so one more to go, and I will leave on this section by saying that I really am enjoying this book. I really am, and the page turning is fast, which is amazing. I am so loving this Kindle. So see you guys in a bit. Okay, so I forgot to mention Happy National Muffin Day. So eat your muffin. All right, so I finally finished the fourth story, and this is the Zahir by George Louis Borges. It is actually translated by Andrew Hurley. Yeah, Andrew Hurley. And this is another one of those really weird stories. So it is an aroma fantasy, and it's about this guy. How am I trying to describe this one? Because any time that you're dealing with like translated text, most of the time they make a measure of sense, but sometimes you get the ones that don't. And this one is one of those things that is kind of confusing because it deals with this coin and about people being reanimated, like they come back to life, but they're like younger than they were when they died. And I'm like, it is a weird story. It's like, I don't quite know what to make of it. I really don't. I do not know. I absolutely do not know. I do not know what to make of this story. This story is weird. But it is an entertaining story. And I guess you don't have to understand why the person wrote it the way they did. And as long as it's good, as long as you're entertained by it, then that is all that matters. But yeah, weird story, entertaining, odd. I will say this about the character. I can't even pronounce his name, but this character has this very interesting journey with this coin, and it occupies his thoughts. He's just absolutely obsessed over not just this coin, but getting rid of this coin. And it's like, what kind of powers does this coin hold over him? Is it just the thought of the coin, or what? I don't really know. I don't know. But I don't get an explanation either about why he's obsessed over this coin. Like, why are you obsessed over this coin? What is it about this coin that you're freaking obsessed over? It's just a coin. How does it have some kind of power over you? And I don't ever get that question answered. I never do. I'd be like, okay, don't want to answer the question. Okay, fine. Anyways, so all 4 of the stories that I have read in this video have been 5-star stories. Absolutely love it. It's great to read short stories that come from all these different kinds of individuals. But yeah, another thing that I want to add in my impression of the Kindle Colorsoft before I leave it, and the next one I will not do a... Well, I'm going to probably continue to be, talking about this. But the settings I have on here, I have not altered them. I've not altered the brightness. I think it's because the light auto changes. So yeah, I will be talking about that on Saturday because I come in at, as I said, in my other section, I'm supposed to come in at 6, and I will be in my break, and I will be taking it out. And everything. So yeah, we will see how bright this is or how not so bright it is. I will say that the words are nice and sharp. I like that. They're not like grainy. I know some people have commented that their Colorsofts, the words were grainy. I have not gotten that graininess, unlike this one, which I could tell the words are grainy. I also have not yet experienced ghosting on this tablet, on this reader, so yeah. I'm going to go ahead and put it on there. Alright. So, also, because I've not altered any of the settings on here, my battery is only at 97%, so that's pretty good. The battery life is supposed to be 8 weeks, so I like it on the setting it is now. I have no desire to change it. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Now, I also want to say this. I really want to see, basically, what it's going to be like at the end of the week, at the end of my first week. Like, is the battery going to be still in the 90s? Also, I'm going to start reading the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. So I'm going to read that tonight, and then tomorrow I will include that in my impression video. Alright, thanks for watching.